welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to go out and test my new camera on my bike. Hopefully the weather this afternoon is going to be about 7 degrees and we're going to have hopefully no rain. There's a spot of rain in the air at the moment and it was quite dark a few minutes ago, and I can see the darkness is going over and we've got some light clouds behind, and the weather forecast is the rain's going to knock off for a few hours. So in that period of no rain I'm going to nip out on my bike. I need to pop to work, although I'm on holiday this week. I need to pop to work. I opened up this morning. I need to go back and just lock the place up at around 4 o'clock this afternoon, and that is the window when it's going to be dry. So hopefully this is going to be the chance I can get just to try my new camera, which is over here. So this camera I'm going to try on the bike. I'm going to take it out, but I'm going to take you guys with me just to give it a test and see what it's like on the bike. Now I did a bit of research before I brought that camera, this camera that I'm looking at the moment, and a lot of people have said it's good for using on bikes because there's a nice stabilizing system in the camera that you don't get too much shakiness when you're on the bike. So I want to see how that performs, and obviously you'll be able to see that when I've obviously recorded that and I can edit it in for you guys to see, and we'll see what happens. So what I'm going to do, what's the time now? It's 5 to 11. I need to go down the garage and go and put my bike on charge so it's charged up. That takes a few hours. So I'm going to leave roughly about 3 o'clock, 3:15ish. I might leave. To go on the bike it takes me about half an hour. It's about 6 miles away, and at a steady pace it takes me about half an hour to do about 6 miles. So that'll get me there for just before 4 o'clock, so I can go and lock up and then I can come back. So what I'll do, I'll take you down the garage with me now and I'll go and put my bike on charge. So let's go down. I'll check all the mounts on my bike so I can get this camera mounted. So I'll see you in the garage. Well, here I am down the garage. I've got my bike on charge. I've put the camera on the bike and you should be able to see the view that you get from the front of the bike. And if I go back to this camera and I'll spin you around like that and come down, there's the bike and there's the camera just there. You can see me on the front there on the view front viewfinder. I wonder if I can turn that off, because obviously on the other side you've also got the viewfinder there. So when I'm riding on the bike, do I really need the front one on? So if I can turn that off, I'll have a look at that in the settings. Maybe I can turn that off and I can have a look at doing that. So if I come back to this one like that, so what I'll do, I'll now go back up. I've got my bike on charge. Hopefully in a couple of hours that'll be fully charged. It is actually raining at the moment, so fingers crossed, if the weatherman's right, it should break and we shouldn't have any rain this afternoon, or for that period I need to be out on the road. So I'll go and keep my fingers crossed for that. So what I'll do, now I've got it on charge, I'll just show you that I'm on charge. There's the charger. You can see it's glowing red. When that turns to green, that means it's fully charged, and the cable goes along there and into the side of the bike just down there. And if I pan back, you'll just pan the camera. It's alright, I could get used to this camera as well. I haven't had this camera very long either. I'll just pan it down and there's the bike charging up, and that's the Cyrusher Ovia. I've had it about 6 months ish, and my other bike's behind me. my Cyrusha XF800, and if I just zip that round, it should come back on me. So what I'll do, I'll meet you back up in the house now it's on charge. We can leave that going. I'll keep an eye on it, because you just have to keep an eye on these things. I never put it on charge and go out. I never leave it on charge or anything like that. I like to keep an eye on it. These things can be dangerous. As long as you do them, you know, the right way, they're safe, and you use the correct charger, because you do get reports of, you know, these kind of things catching fire and stuff, so it does make you think about it. But I've had my other bike for 3 years now, and I've been putting that on charge. Like I say, I never leave it. I always keep an eye on it, and I've never had a problem. So anyway, let's go back up to the house, and I'll see you there. And just like that, I'm back in the house. So what I've got to do now my bike's on charge, I've fitted the camera for the first time, which you saw where I was down there. I've left the attachment on the bike, so I've got to get a couple more attachments, so I can use it on a tripod up here if I need to. So I've just balanced it onto my printer there. Although it's quite good, because this camera has got a magnet underneath, so anything in metal you can just stick it to. But obviously if it's like on your bike and you're moving, yeah, you can stick it, but it could shake off. So there are brackets to clip on, and you can tighten it down, which that's what I've done. So what I've got to do then now is put all these cameras on charge, these two cameras, but also, because this one runs down quite quickly, when I say quickly, it probably wouldn't do like an hour. It may reach an hour. I've not tested it yet, but it seems to go down quite quickly. So what I'm going to do is take this with me. This is a what do you call it? You can put your camera on the top, and it's a grip, but it's also a power bank as well. So I can take that with me, I can attach that to the bike, and I can plug it into this camera, so it keeps that camera charged. This camera, however, I've got a couple of batteries which clip on the bottom, but they last quite a long time. They're quite good. So I'm just learning on this camera what I need to do. So I've just got to get another adapter for that, or maybe a couple. Maybe that's what I'll do. So I've also got to make sure this is on charge. I'm pretty sure it's full anyway, but I've got to charge that, the two batteries. Oh, and the microphone has to go on charge as well. You have to think of everything. You have to make sure that everything's all charged up. Anyway, so the next time you'll see me will be probably on the bike and on my way. So what's the time? It's 11:15 now. So in about 4 hours ish, I should see you on the bike. So just like that, and here we are back down the garage, ready to set off. Just turn the bike on. My battery's up to 100% on my bike now. It's just resetting it itself. There we go. If we have a look, we go there. Top left hand corner there, it tells you how much in percentage your battery is, and I've got 100%, so I'm good for about a good 35 mile on that. So just flip it round. So without further ado, I'll get my lid on and we'll get out on the road, and I'll see you there. So here we go. This is the first time testing this camera on the bike. So I've got about 6 miles to go, and it's about 3:15. Usually takes me about half an hour. Might take me a little bit longer if I'm stopping and adjusting the camera and the mic and things like that. It's about 7 degrees, although it feels colder. But I thought this is probably the only chance I'm going to get this week now while I'm off. is to give it a test. This part of my journey is alongside the road, which is a lot of the journey, but this is quite a busy road. Although it's alongside the road, I think 90% of it is cycle path, so that helps a lot. It feels nice to be out on my bike though, to be fair. You get a lovely feeling when you get on your bike. Well, I do anyway. So what I've done now, I'll flip the camera around so it's facing me, and I can see on the little screen on the front of the camera now that I'm central. That's probably about centre, but I get the gist. So it's a little test of it being around this way. Oh, I can tell you it feels quite chilly. So probably just over a quarter of the way to where I need to be. I've actually got the drone with me as well, but I've got to be honest, I don't think I'm going to be flying the drone. But you never know, that might change. This little section, I'm on the road, and then we get a bit further up, we get back onto a cycle path. Okay, let's take on this 1 mile hill. There's a couple of junctions I have to go over as well, but without too much effort, she's gliding up the hill. Just change down gear a bit just so I can kick off a little bit easier if I have to stop. And round we go. yeah, it'll be nice to see what the anti-vibration's like on this camera, because a lot of cyclists recommended this camera for on bikes, so that's what helped me choose it. And luckily it's a DJI, the same as my other camera. Comes the next junction. Just drop down a couple of gears. Just helps if I have to stop, so I can kick off a little bit easier. Although there's nothing stopping me at the moment, which is good. I'll get going, I'll go back up gear again. And away we go. I don't get chance to come on my bike to work too often, but today I said I'd come and open up. They needed some work doing, so in the building, so I said I'd come and open up. I'll just give this lady a toot with a dog. She's in the cycle path. Like. Thank you. Yeah, just give them a little toot on the horn, just to let them know I'm there. Would be nice if the little toot was a little bit louder, to be honest. Right. Or a voice saying, "Get out of the way." No, I'm only joking. We've got to share the footpaths. I know says it's a cycle lane or a cycle path, but you know, be kind to one another. Well, that's it. We've I almost forgot, we've hit the top of the hill. We're slightly going downhill a little bit now, but that was the 1 mile hill. It is really dull. It really is. The weather's terrible. I'm just praying it starts to warm up soon. This winter really dragged. There's another couple of dogs, and this is a cycle path as well, although it's not sectioned off. Give them a thank you. There you go. You see, you get a smile if you smile back. You get a smile. yeah, it probably took me a good 6 months to decide which camera and which route to go down. So at the moment I feel like I made the right choice. If you haven't subscribed and you think it's something you like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and click the bell for notifications. All that helps the channel grow, all the algorithms and everything. So I really appreciate that if you did that, and thank you everybody that's already done it. Helps. And don't forget, if you want to buy me a coffee, the link's below, and I'll catch you in a mo.